there, I'm Pam Carr, and I'm going to show you today how to make some of these little Christmas trees. I've made a light green and a darker green and a white snowy one. And these are for the Christmas Tree Garland pattern. Okay, and it's a beautiful pattern to make a garland. I'm going to make a 5-foot garland. I've actually already chained 200 crochet chains with my H hook to make this. It's around 5 foot long. So I used Brava from We Crochet, worsted weight. This is a nice brownie color. This is a green, it's called grass. And I also use, this was, I think that was a Brava one too, something like avocado or something. I can't really remember the name. But anyway, you can use it, any of your scrap yarn, Red Heart, Super Saver, anything that you want, as long as it's a 4-weight, worsted weight yarn, or in England, it's an Aran yarn. Okay, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to show you how, first of all, to make one Christmas tree. And then I'm going to show you how we can string them together, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is you could chain 3 or 4 and join them into a little circle, but I think it's much more effective to start these with a magic loop. So how I make a magic loop is this way. I go over like this. So I've pinched the yarn here. I go over this finger and wrap it around and cross it over like that. Then I put my hook in behind the first one and go over the second one, pull it through and chain. And that is how I make a magic loop. Okay, I'll show you one more time. So I'm holding it together in between those 2 fingers, okay? Now I'm going to wrap it over this finger and cross it, right? Then this is the working yarn, okay? And then I'm going to go under and over, getting it with a hook and pulling it through, and then chain to fasten it off. And then now look what we've got. We've got, my fingers are holding it. This is the yarn we're going to be working with. This is a little tail. We're not going to touch it right now. We're just going to keep that whole. And we're going to work into that hole. So I'm going to actually do one more chain. So that's chain 2. And then I'm going to chain 4. 1. No, double crochet 4. 1 double crochet. 2 double crochets. 3 double crochets, and into the same magic loop. See, I've just got my fingers there, and the thumb is holding that tail. So we've got 4. And now what I'm going to do is pull it tight, and that's the top of my tree. So I'm going to turn the work and chain 2, and the chain 2 is never going to count as a stitch in this project, okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to double crochet into each of those 4 double crochets that we just made into the magic loop. 1, 2, 3, and make sure you go through both of the last ones there. That's it. 4. Okay, and you can see we've got our little point at the top, and our first row was 4. Now we're going to turn our work and chain 2. Remember, we're not counting that as a stitch. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets into the first stitch. That's increasing. 1, 2. Now we're going to double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. And then in the last stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. We're going to do an increase on either end of the row. We're working down our tree. It's getting wider, okay? So there we go. chain two and turn your work. And we're going to do the same thing for the next row. We're going to do it up to row 7. So this is 1, 2, this is 3, this is row 4. So we're going to do 2 double crochet. We're not counting the turning chain stitch. 1, 2 double crochet into the first stitch. Now we are going to double crochet into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets into that last one. 1, 2, and we can turn our work and chain 2. Okay, so now that's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. Yarn over and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. 1, 2. Now we're going to double crochet into each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're at the last stitch. We're going to do 2 into the last stitch. 1, 2. Turn the work, chain 2. This time we're going to increase in the first stitch. 1, 2 into the same stitch at the beginning, and then I think it's 8. Let's see if it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 into the last stitch. 1, 2. So that's 12 stitches across for row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our last increased row in the regular fashion. So we're going to chain 2, 2 double crochet in the first stitch, right? And then 1 double crochet in each of the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then increase in that last stitch. 1, 2. Okay, so that's 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're going to chain 1 when we turn, because this is going to be our tricky little row, okay? So I'll go very slowly. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to single crochet 2 stitches in the first row instead of double crocheting 2. We're going to single crochet 2 into that first stitch. Then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Okay. We're going to make the bottom curved, so this is how we're going to do it. So we've done those. Now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over and pull it through all 3. 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets. 1, and 2. Now we're going to do 2 triple or treble crochets where we yarn over twice, put your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. That's a treble or a triple. Wrap it around twice into the stitch, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. Now 2 double crochets. We're going to start going down and getting smaller. 1, 2. Then 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, and then a single crochet, and then a single crochet increase. So 2 single crochets in that last stitch, and then we can cut it off, cut the yarn, and pull it tight, and you will see what we have is a tree that kind of curves down like this at the bottom. And I really kind of like that. It's got the little pointy top and then it curves down at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to weave in the ends. That's one. And the other one. Should go 3 ways. 2. And 3. At least 3. I'm doing it quickly just to get on to the next step, because the next step is the trunk. Okay, so we've got the brown, and how we're going to do our trunk is we're going to go to where this is the singles, these are the half doubles, these are doubles, and you'll see the 2 trebles are right there in the middle, right? So we're going to go in between the double and the treble. We're going to attach our yarn in there. I do have this written out in a free pattern that's on my blog if you want to check it out. But we've attached the yarn, right? We're going to chain 1, and now we're going to make a single crochet into the next 2 stitches, chain 1 and turn it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into that stitch that we just made down there, go 1 single crochet there, 1 single crochet in the next one, and then where we joined the yarn we're going to do a single crochet in there too, so that when we cut it off and pull it through, you'll see it makes this really nice little tree trunk. Okay, and so we need to fasten in those ends, and then what we're going to do is arrange them to make our garland, our Christmas tree garland. Okay, so I should fasten these off. I'm going to do this quickly so that we can get this, not make the video too long for uploading on my very slow Wi-Fi, which is not cooperative at all for someone with a YouTube channel. Here we go. Pull it through, and I'm just going to cut that off. Now, as I said, this is going to go on a 5-foot long chain that I've made. So here's all my little Christmas trees. 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those, right? So we can decide how we want to do it. We can maybe go red, green, white. We could just put 5 on if we wanted. Arrange it like that, or you could put 6. It's up to you. So I'll show you how we're going to attach them. So what we're going to do is I've finished off the end of the chain by knotting it, but I've also got this thread here, okay, that's at the end. So I'm going to take it and we're just going to actually thread it right through the top of the tree this way, where we had those 4 stitches. We're just going to pull it right through there. There we go. There we go. And just pull it through. And you can arrange them wherever you want them to go on your tree, right? Make sure that you are not catching any other threads when you're going through. It lets the chain come through easier. There, that's better. Okay. There we are. Came unthreaded. You can go in from the front or in from behind, right? I think this one I'm going to go in from behind. It kind of looks kind of cool that way. There we go. That's 3. 3. And now we're going to do number 4. See, we're just putting it through these stitches. Try not to catch any extra. Make it go through like a hole, so that the chain has room to come through without getting caught up on any other yarn. So yeah, I think I'm going to put in the pattern to make 5, but if you want to make a longer one, you can just make a longer chain. They always say odd numbers look really nice. They're pleasing to the eye. So here we go. So we have got 5 little crochet, and that will stretch across your mantelpiece or your fireplace or go up on the wall. It's hard to show them what it's like hanging. Maybe I'll take a picture and put that at the end. Okay, thank you for joining me making the Christmas tree garland. Oh, Christmas tree garland. And I'm Pam Carr. I'm Caraway Crochet, and please subscribe if you like my channel and want to make some more fun little projects for Christmas. And check out my my blog post, 25 counting the days to Christmas. Okay, hit the little bell if you want to be notified whenever a new one comes out. And thank you so much. And if you're looking at this at Christmas time, Merry Christmas, everyone.